also upon us and our ancestors. May our ancestors receive your light and be raised to a higher level of bliss. Please pray along silently as we have the opening prayer to God.
Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, to whom this sacred divine scroll and altar have been dedicated. With hearts filled with gratitude, we have gathered here before you to celebrate our World Messianic Church of America Miracle Association May 2026 Ancestors Prayer Service. On this very special day, we would like to offer our prayers of praise and gratitude for the protection, help, and countless blessings we have received. May we receive great light and spiritual strength to realize Meishu Sama's ideals of creating paradise on earth in our hearts, our homes, our country, and in the world during this month. Help us to keep our thoughts positive and our deeds constructive, so that we may live as your representatives for the construction of the sacred grounds in North America and the establishment of paradise on earth. May we deepen our understanding of the importance of the mission of this church and our individual missions for the salvation of humanity and our ancestors through the practice of jorei, nature farming, and the appreciation of beauty. Great God of light, please accept our prayers of gratitude and monetary appreciation offerings. Strengthen and guide us in our service to you and to humanity.
Please rise and join us in the Amatsu no Rito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the prayer of ancestors.
Takaamahara ni kamsumarimasu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no himoka no tachihana no. Odo no ahagi hara ni. Misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru. Arai dono o kami tachi. Moro moro no maga goto tsumi kegareo. Arai tamae kiyome tamae. Koto no yoshio. Amatsu kami, kunitsu kami, aoi yorozu no kami tachi tomo ni. Ame no kuchi, koma no mimi, uritate te kikoshime seto. Kashikomi, kashikomi momosu. Miroku o mikami, mamori tamae, sakihae tamae. Miroku o mikami, mamori tamae, sakihae tamae. 教えみ親主の神、守りたまえ、先はえたまえ。教えみ親主の神、守りたまえ、先はえたまえ。かんながらたまちはえませ。かんながらたまちはえませ。Great God of light, bless and protect the souls of your loved ones whose journey here on earth is over. And as they continue on, great God, encircled in your light, may they be raised to ever finer and higher states of true eternal bliss. Great God of light, bless and protect us all. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
Please be seated. We'll now receive Jireh, the divine light. Thank you, God. We'll now hear Meishu-sama's teaching, A Way to Live. Those who guide others with kindness, love, and impartiality, no matter who they may be, act in accordance with God's will. To deceive others is the same as stealing their rightful possessions. All such acts are betrayals. Become one who can bear any hardship or misunderstanding with a smile, as though it were nothing. God trains and disciplines those who have some great mission to accomplish by giving them many lessons to learn, many difficult problems to overcome. Of them all, I think the hardest lesson for anyone to learn is the controlling of indignation at some wrong committed against oneself. An individual should realize that the more he or she experiences things that must be borne in silence, the greater the mission in life must be. When you reach the point where you can bear any injustice or humiliation calmly without giving way to anger, you have passed the first stage in your spiritual training, the learning of self-control. Remember that God trains all those He has specially chosen through trials. So whatever irritates or offends you is His way of molding your character. This is the attitude of one who trusts in God. Allison has a few announcements for us.
That's awesome. Now I can practice. And then Monica will translate in Spanish as well. Awesome. So, in preparation for Paradise on Earth, Reverend Nagase will lead a special Zoom study on Tuesdays. This will be June 2nd and June 9th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. This is a wonderful opportunity to deepen our understanding and prepare for the service. Our study of Meishu-sama's teachings also continues every Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. on Zoom. The link for both the study sessions will be shared through WhatsApp. Please join us. They're going to be fabulous. Joy gatherings continue in San Francisco, San Diego, Torrance, Maui, and Dallas. Please contact your local representatives for more details. And our annual Paradise on Earth service will be held this year on Sunday, June 14th. So mark your calendar. This is a very special event. Please invite your family and friends to join us for the beautiful service and a potluck following the service. Also, we're getting really close. The registration deadline is approaching for the pilgrimage in Japan, taking place on September 25th through October 6th. Please see Reverend Nagase for more information. And thank you. Have a great service.
We would like to invite Lua de Moraes to sing a song for us.
One? Yes, voice and music. Oh.
Sorry, everybody.
Is it hold it? They will not hear anything?
Yeah,
Okay, let's see.
let's try.
Let's see that. Será? Let's try it from top. Okay.
Okay. Try it.
Well, last time I made you guys cry. Today I want to make you guys smile. Or I made myself cry. Today I don't. I'm going to smile. Let's try it. I want to see the level. See if it's. 1, 2. This is called Big Blue Sky because we're all under a big blue sky no matter where we are. Eu, ai, sou assim, sou assim. This is me, porque não sei, I don't know why. E tanto faz, que mais dá, who cares? Ai, 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 ai. Sou assim. Ai, 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 ai. I need more music. This is me. Sometimes we just have to accept who we are. I know that is more than enough, right? Quem é você? Quem eres tu? Who are you? Tenho vontade de dançar descalça contigo. Ven baila conmigo, descalzos, take your shoes off and dance with me. Está ficando tarde, se acertar, it's getting late, but I know we'll be alright. Eu posso ver em tua mirada a big blue sky. Ai, 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 a baby sky. Sing with me. I wanna sing, quiero cantar, quero voar, quiero volar. Fly with me, baby. Try. I wanna sing Spanish, quiero cantar Portuguese, quero cantar Portuguese again, quero voar Spanish, quiero volar English. Fly with me, baby. I was thinking it with me. I wanna sing, quiero cantar, quiero voar, quiero volar. Fly with me, baby. Fly with me, baby. I wanna sing, quiero cantar, quiero voar, quiero volar. Fly with me, baby. Fly with me, baby. So sweet. This life is funner because the band goes on, and I think everybody learns Spanish, Portuguese, English, and we go back and forth. And it's fun. It's fun. Okay, one more. This is called Share Your Smile. I sung this before, so if you guys remember, you can sing with me. I wrote it in a pandemic. We had masks, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna smile. Where are the smiles? Like, smile with your eyes. Stop it. So I wrote Share Your Smile. It goes like this. It's time to write you a new song. It's time to find me again. It's time to think of the good times. It's time to share who I am. It's time to... Yeah, you remember? Share your smile. Your smile. You can take my smile. It's time, Randy, to sing if you're happy. Angie, it's time to write us a new jingle today. It's time to be all we can be and show the world that we care. It's time to share your smile. I like your smile. You can take my smile. Can't forget the pain, can't embrace it, can't ignore the rain, gotta face it. Storms don't last forever, and the sun, what, is always ready, right, to shine. So share your smile. Give your smile. I am your smile. You can take my smile. So share your smile. These are my kids singing in the background. Give your smile. Just love your smile. You can take my smile. Share your smile. Thank you.
We would like to invite Reverend Rodrigo Nagase to share some thoughts with us.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. I love your smile. Thank you for all the smiles here today. It's a great pleasure to be here, and my heart's filled with gratitude to see you all here. Your presence is always not taken for granted. I know the effort you make to be here, and sincerely thank you for the effort. Of course, it's a commitment that you have to your ancestors, and of course to God and Meishisama to be here. We honor our ancestors today. Once a month, we have this day that we put their names in the altar, we pray for them, and we remember how important they were in our lives. This year, the service falls in the Memorial Day weekend, so it's even more significant for us to have this service pausing to honor and remember all those who came before us, who made sacrifice and gave their lives for us to thrive in this world. Here, in this sacred place, we do the same with deeper spiritual understanding. Meishu-sama taught us that the sincerity which we hold memorial service for our ancestors and the fervor that which we work for the welfare of others and accumulate virtue helps to purify and elevate our ancestors in the spiritual realm. So it is a back and forth situation where the more we pray and give service, the stronger they become. And of course they have their own missions in the spiritual realm. As long as they have this permission to serve there, we're also receiving this good influence from them, right? So it is a two-way road that we work together for the happiness of all, especially for those close to us. I have here today a very special person. She has been here for a couple of days, and everywhere we go, they look at us and they, are you twins? A couple maybe, but brother and sister, like yes, we are brother and sister. And growing up, they always said we were just like each other. We are very close. We are just 1 year apart. I'm older, as you can tell, but she's here. She's Louisa's mother. Louisa is graduating, so that's why she's here. She says it's not to see me, to see her daughter. And I believe, of course, but I'd like her to. Camila, fala aí pouquinho.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to be here in this very important prayer for service, yes. And I came to see my daughter too and her graduation. I'm so proud of her, everything she did. And I want to thank everybody for receiving her, giving her support. Thank you very much.
It's cute, right? We are debating now if she wants to take Louisa back. I want to keep her. So we're kind of fist fighting what we should do. But anyway, thank you. Yes, please be by my side. Yes, as mother, you know how hard it is, right? To have your kids just fly away. My mom had that experience. We flew away, and but we always come back to mothers, right? So don't worry about it. Before I begin or continue, I have some very important announcements, and one is a bittersweet announcement. We have two very committed members of us moving to their new missions. It's another state that they're moving, even though they will be still connected to this church, but they will not be present all services that we can see. So the first one of them is Isabelle. She has been here for 7 years with us, and now she decided to start a new phase of her life. I'm very happy for her. And when she said she was moving to uh, uh, Wyoming, right? It's like, oh, sure, you're leaving California to Wyoming, but she has a very special mission there. And I looked at the map, I was like, oh, okay, but you'll be still connected to our church. So I don't know if it's a karma or not, but you will still have to hear me calling you, hey, how are you doing? Don't disappear, but please, Isabelle. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, for me, it's very special moment, good news. After 7 years giving service here with all of you, I just want to say thank you for you to receive me in your house, and you too. And I learned a lot from you guys, not only the language, a new way of life, because I learned from him that if you move here and you're still having your life from Brazil, like, no, you have to try and learn new culture, and everything. And I think I accomplished that a little bit. And I was talking to my mom also, like, this is also a sad moment because I'm saying goodbye to all of you, but it's not a goodbye because I want to visit you guys. I want to come here as much as I can for special services and other occasions. And yeah, just say thank you for everything, all the help you guys always have me, like during words, friendship, and you guys are a family for me. And I want your soning on my direction so I can expand. Meishu Sama's teachings and Jorei, I hope you can visit me. Wyoming is not so far from here. A little bit. But Jackson is beautiful. It's next to two national parks, Yellowstone, Grand Teton. I'm more than happy to show you guys this beautiful place. And yeah, thank you.
I sang there last year, actually, Wyoming Jackson. I sang there.
Really? Nice. Yeah, so you here made me remember when I was in Sacred Grounds preparing to move here. I met her before I met him. Yeah. So, and I love your daughter. Thanks for sharing her with us. And I vote for her to stay because we need her. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, so she has been preparing the offerings with Sula and other members as well. And because she's moving, I'm calling out for more people to help. We need more help because we need people to step up and also share their skills. Even though you never did it, it's simple and we can teach you. Thank you very much. So now I would like to call Joyce. She has been here for 2 years and she has been giving a lot of service here. Jake, come up. Yes, and Jake is always here as well. So, so they're moving to Michigan, right? It's a little bit further from Isabelle, but I also would like to thank you for all your service, and they're also will be connected to us. So they promised me that will come to visit us as well. So thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I don't want to cry. I'm a baby cry. So he agrees. Brazilians are emotional, right? So I would like to say thank you for the opportunity to be here for the past 2 years. I remember I moved to LA. My mom goes to the Messianic Church in Brazil. I always used to receive Jure, but I never wanted like to learn more about it. And once I moved to America, um, my mom said, "Well, you should receive Jure, find somewhere." And I was coming to California because of my school, and I found Reverend Nagase. I remember yesterday I emailed him telling that I would like some mentorship to learn more about Jure, um, to spread the Jure to my husband. And I was super welcome here. So I started my education, I did the course, I got the Uhikari, and since then it's been a blessed journey. I'm super grateful for the opportunity. He was in my graduation last week. Yeah, and I told my mom, and I was talking to Isabelle that, like, she said we have to be super strong in the zoning to make that, like, spread the jury around. I don't think we have anybody in Michigan. If we do, we don't have a jury center there yet. And I want to spread the divine light as much as I can. And I'm super grateful to be here. I will be doing my online music and sharing, so just be patient. Sometimes you guys may hear like, oh, the music is delayed, but we're getting there. Yeah. I'm gonna continue my education from there, and of course I wanna be visiting California, visiting the LA Center as much as I can. Thank you. I wanna say thank you.
I don't have much to say. Y'all are very nice people, very genuine, and I see that, and I appreciate y'all. It was nice to meet y'all. Best of luck to you.
As she said, she will continue doing the transmission from Michigan as well. But we need people, like my son helps with the sound there, but sometimes we have feedback, so we always need people. So we have many opportunities actually to give service. So if you are interested in helping and giving more service, please let us know. The second announcement that I have to have, and we noticed that we are using the name of the church as World Messianic Church of America. And this is the original name. The name is Sekai Kyusei Kyo. And when we started here, we decided to put Miracle Association, which we'll be still using. It's our legal name. But just for reference, especially because we have so many people coming from Brazil and other parts of the world, and when they look for Sekai Kyusei Kyo, they don't find Miracle Association. But now they will find World Messianic Church of America. It is very close, even the meaning of it, to our original name in Japan. And that's why we decided to start using this name as well. So publications, even the services, we will be using that name as well. Okay? And the third is, as Allison said, about our service, Paradise on Earth service, and which will be held on June 14th. The actual day is June 15th, so it is very fortunate to have our service on the 14th. 14th was the day when Meishu-sama climbed Mount Nokogiri with his disciples, and he slipped over a temple in the mountain Nokogiri, and then in the morning of the 15th, I think was 3 a.m., he received this message. He woke up and said, you should start climbing. And then he woke up everybody, had breakfast, and then they climbed, and they did for the first time the Amatsu no Rito prayer. From that day, he started feeling that something changed in the spiritual realm. And it was a transition from night to day in the spiritual realm. Right? So any transition that happens in our lives brings a lot of change, right? I'm sorry. So one of the changes that he said is everything is so clear that we could see clearly what's going on. So even though we see a lot of turmoil in the world, this is a process of cleansing so we can see everything as it is supposed to be, right? I give a lot of analogy. I'm sorry. Like when you're cleaning your closet and you start taking out all the clothes, if you stop in the middle of it, it will be just a mess. And sometimes when we start, right, we think, I shouldn't have done that. I have a big closet at home. Sometimes I get home, I try to open the door and can't open the door. There's clothes everywhere. She goes, don't come closer to the closet right now. I'm cleaning. I was like, okay. But when it's done, you can see how organized it becomes and how easier it becomes for you to find your stuff. Then you're like, oh, it's worth it. It was necessary. Even though it was hard, right? But it is necessary. As I don't know if you like to clean your own house, but I don't, but we do. Anyway, right? If we don't, we try to hide dust here and there, but one day it's like, okay, this is it. Let's do. And then we clean. And because I have allergies, then I start sneezing and allergy, and then things go out. But after that, you feel so good, right? So the process sometimes is not as pleasing as the results, but it's necessary. So maybe someone says, where the transition is the same, right? So we need to understand that the process that we are going through is necessary for something greater that we all want actually, right? Our ancestors wanted that as well. So maybe someone says that God has created all religions, philosophy, science, education, everything aiming to build paradise. So he said it was the preparatory stage until this June 15, 1931, which we celebrate every year, June 15, because of this revelation, right? So he said, in that moment, God announced that we will live a new age, era of light. And then he said, we need to create something to guide people, to teach people how to get there. The purpose of Meishama creating this movement was to create prototypes. That's why, as Joyce and Isabel is talking about spreading the light, spreading Jure to other states, that's it. We need more communities to be touched by Jure. Meishama didn't want it to have our movement as the only way to get to salvation, for instance. He didn't create with that purpose. He believed that every single religion, every single thing that exists in the world has a profound meaning for it to exist. So we are not another option. We have a very specific mission. And then Meishama said, I will create prototypes of paradise. He started with his own hands and the hands of the devoted members at the time. He built the sacred grounds, which are prototypes of paradise. He began in 1945 in the midst of the world is still wandered by war. It was physical prototypes, because when we say prototype, sometimes it's just a small prototype that you can see in a table. He wanted people to live, really walk and staying these prototypes. That's why he built the sacred grounds, Hakone, Atami, and Kyoto. And he said each one represented special elements, fire, water, and earth, through the three elements that generate life. So when you go to the sacred grounds, as we are going in September, you will feel the difference and how much Mishama the Past put his own heart and effort to each rock, each garden, guiding the members step by step how to build the sacred grounds, right? They were not small projects. Of course, Mishama used contractors, engineers, but all the members, they were hands-on, building with Meishu Sama. Meishu Sama wasn't there alone. To be, just so you to understand, in Hakone, they have more or less 20 hectares, right? Hectares? Acres? No, HECTA, hectares. Hectares. It's larger than acres. Yes, Atami has over 176,000 square meters along the coast of Pacific Ocean. Meishu Sama personally designed every detail, right? Placing each rock in the garden, the patches and waterfalls, the museum that houses over 1,200 works of art, 3 of which are national treasures in Japan. He even designed the Crystal Hall that Atami himself he designed. A breathtaking structure of glass and light with no pillars, so not that nothing stands between the visitor and the magnificent view of the ocean. That is what paradise feels like, he said. Open, unobstructed. But the most important part for me is that he built that everything with the members, day and night. Not just a couple of members, it was hundreds of members. But they weren't employees, they were volunteers as we are. Pioneer men and women gave their labor, resources, and their hearts. They had their jobs, they had their families, but they took 1 or 2 days of the month to come and give service. All those closer would take once a week. So the best effort, always we talk about effort, is not like when I have more time, I'll give more service. Of course you can, but not necessarily because you have just a short time you cannot give service. You can still give service, and that's what God wants. There is no format or one mode that we have to put all of them, right? Some people has more time, some people has less. That we all have skills and capabilities. That's how Mishama describes to accomplish our mission. So thank you, Lu, again. Right? She said, last time I made you cry, today I want to make you smile. Either one, you always touch our hearts, right? And it is amazing to listen, and it's so uplifting. It's a gift, and she used it. I really appreciate it because she comes here and sings for us, and music is something that we always enjoy and connect us to something good. Right? And she used her skills to make people happy. I can't sing. Right? karaoke after 2 drinks, maybe, right? Shower, yes. But I have some skills that I can use to help others, right? So not necessarily, oh, if I had that, I would do the same. No, no, no. God gave you very special skills and capabilities. It's just you be able to say, okay, I want you. I decide I want to serve. I want to be part of this. I want to bring more, right? Of course, this is not a huge community as Brazil. If you be in Brazil, Raquel was sharing, she was in Brazil, and you go to church, it's like 100 people, 200 people, 300 people. You go to the sacred grounds, our services there are 15,000 people, 20,000 special services. The city of São Paulo had to limit the number of visitors because there were years that we had like 60,000 people. Imagine the traffic and all of the things that involved having a service of 60,000 people. So the church had to adapt, like really make a schedule for each region of Brazil to be assigned to come to the sacred grounds because it's too many people, right? So even if you are not that active, or even if you don't understand that much, you go with the flow. And you are giving service, you are enjoying as Africa. We have places like that, Thailand, and in Japan as well, right? Here we have a small community, and sometimes we don't have that too many people to motivate us. So of course we need to adapt. And it's actually something that we need to figure out how to come together to accomplish our missions, right? During pandemic, we started doing online services, and that's why I believe many people are watching from home. We had that before, but we were not focusing on it. Nowadays, we have also our online activities, and I would like to encourage you also to participate, even though we don't have enough time to come as we wished. Like if Sula lives like 2 hours and a half drive, she works, she has other stuff, so she couldn't come every single day. Maybe if she was closer, she would come every single day to pray and to give and receive Jure. Right now that you guys are moving, so I wish I was there. The church was so close, right? It was just 30 minutes. Now it's how many hours? From 18 hours? Or 2 hours flying, right? When I lived in Japan, I lived in many areas of Japan, but one of them was 14 hours by train to go to the sacred grounds. I had to save because my salary was a training salary. So I had to save half of my salary to go to the sacred grounds once a month. So I couldn't do it. So I used to go every other month. Still, I had to save a lot of money to go to the sacred grounds, right? And I used to complain. I would say, darn, why? I'm a trainee. The church should pay for me to go to the sacred grounds, or either to give me a little bit more, or I don't know, let me work so I can buy my ticket. But I want to go to the sacred grounds. And 14 hours was the common train, because that's what I could afford. I could go in 4 hours with speed train, the Shinkansen. But it was so 3 times more expensive. So I was 14 hours complaining, right? Going to the sacred grounds, and then when I got there, like, oh, thank God. And then I pray, and then I stay as much as I could. Sometimes I even asked to zip over one day there if I didn't have activity back in the church. But then I could go next day, so I could rest a little bit and enjoy a little bit more the sacred grounds. Nowadays, 14 hours is nothing. If I had a sacred grounds 14 hours walking, I could go. I would go. I would go walking happily. So I mean, it's cliche to say we appreciate when we lost things, right? But we have here our community. And thanks to online, we can still be connected no matter how, right? But for me, especially, we can connect online. And I encourage, as Allison said, we have our Wednesday classes every single week from 6:30 to 7:30. It's not because we know the teachings. It's not because we always read the teachings. It's more a we coming together as a community, right? To see each other, to listen to each other, even to read one teaching. It is something that will change your week. I'm sure of it, right? How do we build something together when the pace of life makes it so hard to simply show up? So the answer for me lies in our daily practices. Not just gestures, but small, consistent acts of faith woven into the fabric of everyday life. Giving and receiving joy. Every single day. Make it a practice, not an option, not a hobby, a practice. Praying with gratitude each morning and evening, for instance, right? It's not just rituals like, okay, this is connect to my church. It is what will keep us connected to God, right? Reverend Resende said, sometimes we believe in God, but we don't remember Him all the time. So having our practices like Jorei will get us connected to God all the time, right? Guiding others, as they said about spreading Jorei, introducing Jorei to others, right? We talk about saving the world. We need more people giving and receiving Jorei. If you purify and you have somebody close to you to give Jorei, makes a huge difference. I'm purifying right now, as you can see. I have my family giving Jorei, came to church 2 days, received Jorei, right? It is a huge difference when you go through that with Jorei. But if nobody's there and you cannot receive Jorei, then you can do self-Jorei, but it is still something that you have to really look for and say, okay, I need a stronger community with Jorei here where I live, right? You can even invite them as guiding tools to participate in the Zoom meetings. They are very general teachings of Meishu Sama that we share. And we can also introduce Meishu Sama through those meetings as well, right? It's like adding one stone to the sacred grounds when we guide somebody, when we introduce somebody to Jorei. And something that we don't speak that much, but it's very important as well, is our gratitude offerings, our donations, right? This organization relies solely on the offerings to keep this beautiful church open and all our activities running, right? As I said, our life is so fast. Sometimes we don't do not because we don't want to. Oh, I forgot. Not because I'm not grateful, but the action, the act of going there and make the donations, right? It's beyond keeping the doors open. It's offering also fuel for our growth and expansion. All the donations as a non-profit organization are used, right, to expand our activities, right? Some places I go because of the donations of that group. They make donations, so enable me to go to those places as well, right? So nowadays we have tools, online donations, right? It's not as before you had to bring cash or check. You can do your online donation, and you can make alert in your phone. We have smartphones sometimes to help us remember. But that is also something that will be helping us to be connected to the organization and to Meishu Sama as well, right? It is like making then our habits, right? So if you want to change your habit, any habit takes time, right? You need to put some effort until they become habit. Then after become habit, you don't have to think about it anymore. So try to make then um, consciously, how am I doing my daily practices? And then reach out. I want to be connected. I want to participate in the meetings. I come to the service. I want to be involved in activities. And then we can make it like a rhythm, like the music, right? I will put Lua as the master, the maestro, right? To orchestrate everybody, and we can sing together, and we can build something different, something that we will be proud of presenting to the world as a guidelines how to get to this paradise on earth, right? May someone described his vision as a pebble dropped into the center of a lake. Expand until they reach every shore. So a pebble is just a little thing, but when you drop and make circles, it will reach far from what if you compare to the pebble, right? He began with Hakone, then Atami, and Kyoto, and nowadays we have here in America, but we have in Brazil, we have in more than 100 countries. But he started with a pebble, and we are those waves that he created, and we are part of these waves. So we can be the difference in the world and expand a little bit more every day. So I'd like to thank you again, and may God and may Sama bless you.
Thank you. Mrs. Sama said, every individual should be striving daily to attain an ever higher state of spiritual consciousness, especially those of you who have faith in God. Let us pray for our ancestors on a daily basis in the hopes of doing the same for them. Now, please arrange the chairs for Jare and start the session. If you are watching the service from home, you can also exchange Jare with your family or do self-Jare. May God and Mesu Sama bless you all.